We're at the entrance to Walking Street. It's March 2022, and there's a lot of information out on the internet, on YouTube and other social media, all about my place, Walking Street. Is it going to be busy? Is it going to come back quickly? Which bars are open and which bars are closed? So I thought we'd do today a comprehensive guide to everywhere that is either open or closed. And we were thinking, how can we do this in an entertaining way? So let me introduce you to a brand new dating app. It's not called Tinder or Grindr, it's called Monga. Swipe left if the venue is closed, or swipe right if the venue is open. We start off with a banger because Pattaya Beer Garden is open. Don't make me angry. This incredible Hulk is outside this venue. On the entrance to Walking Street, it's called the Old Weed Man. It's a brand new cannabis cafe. It's been around for about a year now, open and closed. Interestingly, it closed for a while and then relocated closer to the school. Bit bizarre, but anyway, Hulk, the Old Weed Man. Swipe left, swipe right. It's open. So let's go for the hat trick. Excuse me, sir. We are at the entrance to Walking Street. This is Stone's House, live music venue. A lot of Thai superstars appear on the stage here. And also, it's a place like a community area, for a lot of police meetings and army meetings where all the Walking Street community come and gather and talk. So it's been periodically open and closed over the last 2 years. But March 2022, and we've got the hat trick. It's open. The Nasher Group bought this large venue way back. I think it was 2018. It's a disco, it's a go-go kind of combined. It's right at the entrance to Walking Street. It's so Cavalli. Unfortunately, it's still closed. This bar has always been referred to as Red Car because there's a red car outside. Officially, it's called Walking Street Bar. Part of the Gulliver's Group for quite some time now. It's been closed. It hasn't opened. It closed just after COVID broke out. So it's always been a venue liked by a lot of people. Quite loud music in there and lots of freelancers inside. So Walking Street Bar, the red car, is unfortunately going nowhere because it's closed. This go-go bar you hit when you came onto Walking Street. Big pink thing. It used to be a big lounger kind of leather chair outside. It's Tabu. Very, very popular French-owned nightclub, go-go bar. At the moment, unfortunately, we've got to swipe left because it's still closed. Used to be right on the corner of Soy BJ, but it relocated when an Indian disco was built there. This is Rock Street. Very, very loud grunge music, live Thai bands and Filipino bands. Just spoke to the owner, a worker inside here, and the bad news is doesn't know when it's opening. It's a swipe left, it's closed. Dollhouse was always part of a big chain of go-go bars, German owned, 3 of them. There was one on Soy 6, one on LK Metro, and this one here on Walking Street. And we've just spoken to one of the people connected to the ownership, and thank you very much. The news is it's going to be open next month. So at the moment, it's a swipe left, but going right soon. This venue has been many, many go-go's over the years. At the moment, it's Skyfall, great big go-go bar, Thai, Australian owned, really popular. Great lineup down the years here at Skyfall, a go-go. And the good news, swipe right, it's open. We're back on the left-hand side of Walking Street. This is Bliss, a go-go, part of the French group. They own several go-go's here. We'll hear more of their venues later. Bliss, a go-go, the first of the French bars that you hit. It's a swipe left, we're closed. Here on the seafront, it's the second in the French bar chain. It's Lighthouse, a go-go. I've heard stories, not confirmed, that this has now been abandoned and walked away. So unfortunately, for a long time now, this has been closed. And it's still swipe left, Lighthouse is closed and possibly gone forever. Formerly a French group bar, it was sold to a Chinese group. Rich, a go-go, again on the left-hand side. This has been closed right through COVID, and right now, it's still closed. I used to manage this place. It used to be a Sugar Baby, previously a tailor shop, again, right here, right on the corner of Soy 14. It's now called Golden Club. So the former Sugar Baby, now Golden Club. Going through a bit of a negative patch. Swipe left is closed. Here in the jungle on walking. No, I'm joking. I'm at next door to old Sugar Baby. This used to be Annabelle's a long time ago. It's now Panda a Go-Go, again bought by a Chinese group, and it is open, although mainly selling coffee and soft drinks and stuff like that. There's a few girls inside as well. But swipe right, Simon Beer Bar Complex up by iBar, the original Simon Beer Bar Complex, we already reported on the channel, has been demolished. The Simon Beer Bar 2 is opposite the old Sugar Baby, the entrance to Soy 14. Maybe about 15 or 20 beer bars here. It hasn't been demolished, but there is a new falafel and hummus little stall here. Feeling a bit continental, you can come here. It's got that very lovely aroma of urine for some reason. But right now, for the Simon Beer Bar Complex 2, swipe left, we're closed. This used to be the old Alcatraz a Go-Go. It was then a nightclub, Miami. Bit of a sad story. During COVID, there used to be quite an eccentric Thai guy who used to sleep here. And he had a kind of a fancy dress shop, and he used to sell wigs and glasses and stuff. During COVID, he was sleeping here rough, and one day there was a storm, an electrical cable came down, and he was unfortunately electrocuted to death. Very sad, but Miami Disco, we're on the left, unfortunately. Swipe left, still closed and looking for a new buyer. The French-owned bars, Fahrenheit, it's been here for several years here on Walking Street. Down the years, fantastic lineups, great Mama Sandar, if you remember from Baby Dolls, is working here or has been. So Fahrenheit, swipe it right, it's open and still with a great lineup. iBar is right on the corner of Soy 15 here. You might remember it's actually a small bar right at the front here of this. There's a nice cocktail bar at the back, but at the front there is an actual bar made of ice. The bar itself is ice, the glasses are ice, you sell various vodka. It's been open and closed periodically again. But the good news, swipe it right, it is open. The man in the polar bear suit is still here. And yes, if you're from the northeast of England, you can come here and take your shirt off and act like a big man. It's open. You never grow tired of hearing that sound. It's the soundtrack of Pattaya. It's an angle axle grinder. We're at a double floored venue, candy shop on the ground floor, great Filipino band and disco as well, also live sports. Right at the top, hip hop themed 808 bar, I think you know already. Great place for freelancers, and if you like your hip hop music, it's open, it's a swipe right, candy shop and 808. Iron Bar, always famous for very, very loud music, fantastic girls, lots of them pneumatically enhanced, you might say. Tyone, very popular back in the day. It's been closed for a while, and unfortunately, as you can probably see, with the notice from the council and the unkempt appearance, Iron Bar, swipe it left, it's still closed. One of the best run nightclubs in the whole of town is Sensations, formerly Sisters A Go-Go. I think it was called The Castle or something like that before. Massively long, deep go-go bar. Open or closed? The good news is Martin has opened Sensations. It is now officially open with a great lineup and one of the bangers on Walking Street. Formerly a Runway, a go-go on the seaside. Very small go-go bar, a little bit naughty, nice little lineup, always popular with the Japanese and the Koreans towards the time before COVID struck. Right now, it's closed. It's a swipe left. I happen to know that the rent went up dramatically. Always a very cheap cheap rent place this. It went up dramatically before COVID, and Nuis is closed. Another go-go bar previously owned by Japanese, now American-owned go-go bar, Glass House. It's been on and off for the last 2 years, and it's struggled a little bit. But right now, swipe it right, please, because it's open and the lineup is getting better and better every day. Some cheap drinks prices in there, and always a warm welcome as well. Glass House is open. Same owner as Candy Shop and 808, or rather Lucifer was the same owners as there because they took that place over. This has been here for decades. Lucifer, great live music at the front, disco at the back. And the good news, on Monga, it's open. We're getting into the real high value real estate right in the centre of Walking Street now. I call it Beverly Hills, this little strip of bars. Very, very exclusive. Great lineups in all of them. Palace A Go-Go, part of the French group. And Monga says it's open. Atlantis is a bar, formerly rock-orientated go-go bar, quite small. Western-owned. Ken, otherwise known as Viking, is one of the owners here. The good news, Monga says it's open and getting better every day. Tantra A Go-Go. Open or closed, Monga? Swipe it right. It was actually the first go-go bar on Walking Street to reopen. I think it deserves a bit of a thumbs up from everybody. Well done, Tantra. They set the standard. It's open and the lineup's good. So we're on Soy Happy. Who remembers Soy Happy of old? There used to be, again, beer bars on that side, beer bars on that side. There's still beer bars that are fortunately closed at the moment. This is the Moon A Go-Go. Let's check what Monga is saying about the Moon. Swiping left. The Moon is closed. Soy Happy recently has been repaid, and it looks very nice. The famous, almost world famous, I called this on my live stream, of the Vanilla Club of Walking Street. Everybody used to go there. It was nothing special, but everything was really good. Great sound, great lights, cheap beer, always very comfortable, good service. Happy, the Grand Happy Group, unfortunately one of the main shareholders passed away during COVID, and the whole place has been took back by the people that own Soy Happy. So Happy A Go-Go, Monga will tell you, is closed. Part of the Happy Group was Baccara. Baccara, of course, big go-go bar in Bangkok, came here to this area of Walking Street. It's been closed for a long time over COVID, but Monga says good news, it's now open. And we're at what many people think is the premier go-go bar on Walking Street, Pin Up A Go-Go. This has had an interesting life. It was a live music venue for a long time on Soy BJ. Then they had some kind of video games that were here. Huge disaster. Turned it into Pin Up A Go-Go, and they kept on building and building another bit of it and another bit round the back. It was a huge go-go bar before COVID. And now, good news, open again, but slightly differently. The stage has gone because there's no dancing at the moment in any of these venues, and it's smaller because 2 of the 3 venues that were put together to create Pin-Up have been taken back by the landlords. So it's just one. It's smaller and compact, but a fantastic lineup in a small venue. It's got great atmosphere. Pin-Up is open. Hareem A Go-Go, no photos, no drugs, no weapons, no under 20s, no sex, and unfortunately no entry because it's closed. Swipe left. Famous Marine Disco. I actually went to the final night of Marine Disco before it closed, COVID 2020. Those famous escalators. Peppermint, if those people remember, the original Peppermint A Go-Go was at the top. Very popular, part of the Happy Group with the topless barmaids and everything. That's long time gone. And now, Marine Disco, I have heard, has handed back the keys and is gone forever. Many people remember Peppermint. I used to call it the Marriage Bureau because I knew about a handful of guys that had met their future wives here. But Peppermint, even before COVID, unfortunately, Monga, was a left swipe. Breaking news, and the big news here is that Living Dolls Showcase. Many people remember this from years ago. Ken, the owner, if you remember, fantastic venue. It's been closed for a long time. Very soon it's going to be a right swipe, but right now it's closed. But watch out, because this is going to be one of the happening go-go bars on Walking Street. It's been totally knocked down and rebuilt by the same owners and sensations. Come on down, very soon, opening again. It's somewhere that started off its life in Soy Marine. It's the famous, world famous Insomnia and iBar. Yes, it's open, but with a difference. The restaurant next door, which is called New York Diner, is where it's open. You can sit there, have food. There's also a place around the back over the sea where you can go and sit as well. It's very popular at the moment, but you don't go in through the normal entrance, and upstairs at Insomnia is still closed, but iBar is very busy and it's open. If you remember Hot Tuna Bar, very popular live music venue. It always looked a bit tatty, but now it's been totally refurbished. It's got SHA Plus, so it's doing food and it's doing snacks, coffee, and it's also open with live music now as well. And they've also got a little cocktail buggy outside as well. So, looking very smart. This is new Pattaya Hot Tuna Bar. Swipe it right, please. It's open. Big news on Soy 15. It's open tonight. It's Friday the 18th March 2022. And Sapphire is open. Some people say the most exclusive, the best looking girls and the best lineup. You decide, because it's open. On Soy 15, Dollhouse has always been one of the naughtiest go-go bars with some great looking girls, great management as well. And the good news is, about 2 weeks ago, it opened again. Dollhouse is downstairs and the old club Beavers is upstairs. So you've got two bars right here on Soy 15. Swipe it right, please, Monger. It's open. We've now come to the throbbing heart of the entertainment area here on Walking Street, possibly in Pattaya, even Thailand. It is Soy Diamond, and this is the world famous, and I do mean that, Windmill Club. It's been open and closed for a while now. Monga, we'll swipe it right. It is open, and take an ATK test before you go in. You get your first drink free, or the other way around. You buy your drink and you get the ATK test free. I can't remember, but it does have an excellent lineup and great food as well, provided by our next venue. It's open. So let's end on the venue that was open all the way through the pandemic. Okay, we closed for about 6 weeks in 2020 and about 4 weeks in 2021. But other than that, we have been open and we never closed. Le Pub, my bar, and this is where you can meet me every day from 11 a.m. right here in the throbbing heart of Walking Street, Soy Diamond. Thanks very much. That is your comprehensive guide to what's open and what's closed on Walking Street. Thank you to our designer, Balloon Chaser, who came up with a great idea of Monga. And if you're interested, subscribe to the channel. We've got lots of videos about nightlife here in Pattaya and especially here in Walking Street. And we do a lot of live streams as well. But for me, Mr. Egg, on Soy Diamond, see you soon in Thailand. Bye-bye.